this video, we're going to look at the final piece of the pricing strategies puzzle, promotional pricing. Let's start by looking at what we mean by a promotional pricing strategy. Well, it's a pricing strategy that's usually used to attract interest and to increase short-term sales volume. Prices can be reduced through discounts, special offers, loyalty schemes, or by using vouchers or online codes for a limited time. Promotional pricing can be used to reward loyal customers, to increase customer traffic, and to encourage repeat business. It has been used for many years, and it is often used by businesses to clear out old stock, perhaps to create space in the warehouse for the new stock that has just arrived. You've probably been drawn in by promotional pricing yourself. A good example of this is the January sales that many retail businesses use after Christmas, or the Black Friday special offers. We've already seen in a previous video that penetration pricing also uses price as a way of increasing interest in a business's products by reducing the price. However, the main difference is that promotional pricing usually has the aim of increasing sales of existing products, while penetration pricing is typically used for new products in existing markets or existing products but in new markets in an effort to build market share. Before we go any further though, let's meet our main character for this video. This is Eddie the Elf. Eddie has been managing a Christmas shop in a major shopping centre in London. The shop has done very well over Christmas, selling handmade toys and other Christmas gifts. However, Eddie has a problem. He's stuck with loads of unsold toys and his lease on the shop runs out at the end of January. If he doesn't clear out all of his stock before the end of the month, he's going to be in trouble with his big boss, and he'll have to rent a storage unit so that he has somewhere to keep the stock until next Christmas, which is going to cost quite a lot of money. Eddie wants to stay in his boss's good books. He'd rather be on the nice list than the naughty list when Christmas eventually comes around again. Luckily, Eddie studied GCSE business studies when he was at school, and he remembers learning about promotional pricing strategies. This is the perfect time for him to put his knowledge into action. To all the teachers out there, show all of these videos without any ads and gain access to our growing library of over 500 teaching worksheets. Why not visit BizzWizard.co.uk to find out more? Eddie is determined to find a promotional pricing strategy that will help him clear out his stock completely. He decides to start by running a buy one, get one free promotion straight after Christmas when the shop reopens on the 27th of December. Customers who buy 2 items get the cheapest one for, well, free. He knows that some super organised people, like his mom, do their Christmas shopping for the following year straight after Christmas when all of these bargains are around. It's a roaring success, and by the end of the first week, Eddie has cleared out over half of the remaining stock by running his bog-off promotion. He decides to keep the promotion running for another week, however, sales have started to slow down dramatically. Eddie needs to change tactics if he's going to get rid of the rest of his stock. So Eddie decides that the buy one get one free offer has run its course, and he decides to change his promotional pricing strategy to offer 75% off all of his prices. That's a huge saving. This change has a really positive effect on Eddie's sales, and by the time there's only 1 week left of his lease, he's left with just 10 boxes of stock to sell. But the pressure's now on. Eddie is desperate to get rid of the last boxes of toys. He wants to leave the store completely empty, so he comes up with a new pricing strategy which he is confident will help him clear out the rest of his stock. He changes his prices to 3 toys for £10 or to 10 toys for £20. What a bargain. On the very last day though, he's got a few remaining toys left over. He makes up some mystery bags, each containing at least 10 toys, and he sells them for £3 each. On the very last day, he's got a few remaining toys left over. He makes up some mystery bags, each containing at least 10 toys, and he sells them for £3 each. Before the day is out, Eddie has sold all of the remaining toys, and he can now focus on cleaning the shop unit before he hands back the keys to the landlord. His boss is pleased as he doesn't have to fork out the extra cost of a storage unit, and Eddie is pleased because he's managed to stay on his boss's nice list. The extra sales have also helped him hit his annual target, so he's in line for a nice bonus too. Bring this video and over 100 more to life with fun, interactive games, quizzes and case studies. Why not try the first 25 completely free by visiting BizzWizard.co.uk. But now it's time to look at the advantages and the disadvantages to Eddie the Elf of using promotional pricing, starting with the advantages. First of all, low prices can be a good way of attracting customers, especially those who like to save money, just like Eddie's mum. And this can be a good way of increasing sales volume, meaning the actual quantity being sold in the short term. It also creates a sense of urgency with customers. Eddie's mum loves a bargain, and she knows that it can be a now or never situation. There will be customers that are worried that if they don't grab the offer now, it's going to expire. This extra sales volume might also mean increased cash flow, but again this will be in the short term. And this was particularly good for Eddie as it helped him reach his annual sales target, meaning that he'll get a nice bonus from his boss. Plus, this kind of pricing strategy may have an impact on Eddie's competitors. If they can't match his prices, well, they won't sell many toys while his promotion is running. Importantly for Eddie, higher sales volume means lower stock levels. In this case, he's managed to clear out his stock completely, which is a good thing, as the lease on the shop was up at the end of January. This meant that he did not incur any inventory costs, such as having to hire a storage unit, much to his boss's relief. Each of the video courses over at BizzWizard.co.uk also includes an interactive business case study that applies the knowledge learnt to a real-world scenario. There are over 1,000 multiple-choice questions, each with detailed feedback, which tests students' understanding of the content. Why not visit BizzWizard.co.uk to find out more? However, promotional pricing does, of course, have its potential disadvantages. Eddie had to carry out some pretty complicated calculations to work out the best promotional strategy for his stock, and he had to keep changing the price promotions to make sure that he sold out. It's also important to remember that sales revenue does not equal profit. Eddie had to ensure that the extra sales compensated for the discounted price, as well as factoring in the savings that he'd made from not hiring a storage unit. Again, there's some pretty complicated calculations here. There's also a danger that some of the customers who bought products from Eddie's shop during the price promotion won't shop there again unless they can get another discount. And finally, selling his products at rock bottom prices might give the impression that Eddie's products are low quality, which might actually put customers off. Some customers do believe that if it's cheap, well, it's cheap for a reason. Always remember, promotional pricing is not a long-term strategy. If Eddie offered discount prices all year round, well, he'd soon be out of business. Because of this, the strategy is best used in a targeted way, such as to clear out old stock quickly or to gain increased interest in a product. We've seen that promotional pricing can be very effective. It certainly helped Eddie the Elf achieve his objective of clearing out every last unit of stock from the Christmas shop before his lease was up. However, we've also seen that it's important to plan this strategy in such a way that it doesn't harm the long-term profits of the business, or damage the image of the brand or its products in the eyes of the customer. So now you've covered all of the pricing strategies that an entrepreneur may choose to use. In my humble opinion, there's no one strategy that we have discussed that is all round better than any other. It will always simply depend on the business in the question and the circumstances that it finds itself in. For Eddie, the promotional pricing strategy was ideal for his situation, and for somebody else, it might not be a sensible choice. Until next time, this has been the BizzWizard. See you in the next video.